We play next Sunday back here at home, guys. So look, we got the winner of Tampa and Philly, which is tomorrow. We'll be here at 3 o'clock back at Ford Field because you guys earned it. Dude, how electric was it out there? I'm telling you what, it doesn't get any better. It's everything you dream of and then more. All right, that's outstanding work. I got 2 game balls. All right, number one, listen, when you come in 3 years ago, like me and this guy did, and you had a vision and you start working together and you've got an idea how you want to build it and the type of players you're looking for and how you want to go top to bottom, offense, defense, special teams, and you're in fucking lockstep. You're in fucking lockstep. I'm telling you guys, it's a shitty business. It ain't always perfect, but we do a pretty good job, dude. Right. But without this fucking guy right here, man, Brad Holmes. Great job.
I absolutely love every single person in this room, man. We were intentional on being about grit, all right, and earning it. I love everybody in here, man. We went through darkness and it shaped us, all right? It shaped us for this moment. I love y'all, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Especially this guy, man.
Okay, I'll just say it like this. Hey, you're good enough for Detroit, Jay.
Hey, I love and appreciate you guys more than you fucking know. I promise you that. I love you guys so fucking much. This is just the beginning, boys. This is just the fucking beginning. We got 3 more of these next week at home, at our place, against whoever the fuck wants to come in here. Let's go. Win on 3, 1, 2, 3, win!
Absolute wagon of a team.
They're cool. They are cool.
And I'll tell you this, man. We talk about it all the time, how I don't really have a second favorite team. It really just depends on teams that I hype up, and I wind up rooting for those teams.
Yeah.
From the opening press conference, the infamous biting kneecap line, from that moment on, I have been on the Detroit
Dan Campbell, come on now. It's come on now. You know, like his mentality is unreal.
It is. But
unreal.
From that opening press conference, I called people. I have a friend who I need to text named Jason, who is the only Lions fan I've ever met, considering that where I live.
Yeah.
But what's
Lions fans are in the weirdest places.
What's really funny is he was a Michigan fan his entire life. And this year he went to Michigan State. So this is the first time ever he's not a Michigan fan.
No way.
I have been planning on making a video about him, but I haven't texted him yet. But I do know that he is still very much a Lions fan. And is, if I know him, very much enjoyed himself last night after an incredible win for that franchise. And I'll tell you what, man, it's the NFL has built itself around being the league of parity. So there are very few organizations in the NFL that can legitimately say that they have not had very much success at all to speak of over the last 50 years. Like even teams that even a team like the Bears that have had a lot of struggles have a Super Bowl to their name. And
they do.
Have been in the playoffs multiple times in the last decade.
Not only a Super Bowl, the greatest football team to ever step on the field. So I had to make that clear. The greatest football team to ever step on the field.
But hey, that would even prove my point further.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the whole point, is that pretty much every single organization has had at least one team. This city hasn't.
No, they never had.
And they finally have it. And I'm so happy for them.
You see, I feel really good for the, what's it called? For the fans who are fans for 60, 70 years. It reminds me. I feel like
you're going to go on a very similar rant that I went on when the Bengals went on their Super Bowl run.
Yeah. It reminds me. No. It reminds me to a lower degree of when the Cubs won the World Series. Mm-hmm. To a lower degree, obviously. If they won the fucking Super Bowl, then it would be on almost the same level
Yeah.
as the Cubs winning the World Series.
I would say probably would be on the same level.
Yeah. But I don't know, 108 years versus what was it? Like, when was the last time they won? They won an NFL championship.
In the 50s,
In the
57.
50s. Yeah, 50s. Yeah. So it's crazy to see, dude. 32 years without a playoff win. 32 years. I fucking hated that they were booing Matt Stafford. I hated that. I hated it.
If it was a regular season game, I think that I would agree with you.
I don't know.
Playoffs, though, I think next year
Weird,
he's coming
Joshua.
back. Next year he's coming back to Detroit, to play them.
He is official. Oh yeah, I think he is because I think
Next year the Rams go to Detroit.
Yeah, I don't know. That just
Don't
felt,
boo him
that just
then.
felt weird.
It did.
I mean, look. You didn't have to, like, obviously, what they should have done is his first play out there. When they announced his name, they should have cheered for him a little bit. And then after that, be rowdy. But, you give him a little courtesy thing. I mean, the guy was basically the only reason the Lions were relevant for
I would have said warm
multiple
up.
years.
But yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, he was one of the only
Not
reasons why they were relevant for years.
I would have said before kickoff.
Yeah, before kickoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of fucking
I
booing
agree
him
with
on the
that.
tunnel. Did you see what he said? They asked him how he feels for this, does he feel good for the city of Detroit and the fans, and he said, "I feel good for the players."
Well,
that pissed him off a lot. His wife went online and she was pissed. She was pissed about it. She's like, after all the fucking years and everything, like, that was pretty crazy to me. But the biggest
Detroit.
The biggest news of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Caleb Williams has just declared for the NFL draft.
Stop it. That's not news.
That is the biggest news of the day.
It's not even news.
Even though we saw that it was coming, it is official now, and the debates have officially begun.
All right. Now we need to stop beating around the bush. We need to
There is no bush to beat around. That is the conversation of the day, is how he is going to be generational.
Of the day, sure. But we have to have a conversation. We need to have a conversation of the yesterday, Burns.
Go ahead.
How about those damn Cowboys? How about those Green Bay Packers?
The Cowboys suck. I seriously believe that there's a curse put on the Dallas Cowboys.
I actually cannot believe what I watched yesterday.
Would you be shocked if there was? Would you be shocked if there was a curse put on them in the playoffs? Because, dude, the Dallas Cowboys, year in and year out, have some of the best regular seasons out of any football team out there. The best regular seasons, and then the second it comes to the playoffs, everything goes out the window.
But
I don't know how Mike McCarthy still has a job right now.
It's every year. That's one of those games, man. I don't think you can blame one person.
No.
I mean, it's a total team failure. McCarthy, Jerry Jones, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, even the Salvation Army in the end zone can get some blame too. Every single person on that roster deserves some level.
Now, I will say one thing, and I didn't say this yesterday because it would have had a lot of reaction. But through and through it all, even with this game, the amount of money that I would pay to have a quarterback like Dak Prescott on my team would be an unbelievable amount of money.
Yeah.
I love Dak Prescott. I love him. That's why I always support the Cowboys every year, because Dak Prescott is one of my favorite players in the NFL.
Yeah.
Because people give him shit all the time just because he
here.
is the Cowboys quarterback, obviously, but he's one of the most stand-up guys in the league.
I agree. 100%.
He's a great guy, and this year, he fucking balled out.
And you know what's
balled out?
You know what's going to get lost in the conversation?
Huh.
Because he has a history of really not being that great. But you know who was great this entire season was Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, he was great.
The whole year. The reason why CeeDee Lamb had the breakout that he had is because of the scheme that Mike McCarthy put in place. So
dude,
what the fuck happened?
CD, bro. That was the best fantasy pick that I could have had. He was a dog all year. All year. I gained so much love for CeeDee Lamb. Unbelievable, bro.
The conservative play calling from the jump, man. Awful.
Dude, they ran. The way that the Cowboys have won all season is by airing the ball out, and Mike McCarthy just shoved his balls inside of him and just sat there and just ran the football, and it didn't work. They pull out a jumbo package. Green Bay would pack the box and stop it every single time. And then on 3rd and 8, you're stuck with just a prayer to CeeDee Lamb. And half of the time it doesn't work because everybody knows that a pass is coming.
Yeah.
I always thought that Mike McCarthy, this year he had a great year, but dude.
Yeah, but yet that was a fireable offense type of a loss. It was.
That is, and it's been year after year where it's been a fireable offense type of loss, though. That's the thing. I think that Belichick's going to go to the Cowboys, man.
I don't, and I'll tell you why.
Why? That's the bet. Where else would he go?
I think the working relationship of Jerry Jones and Bill Belichick would be an
yeah, that's the one big issue. But here's the thing: where else would he go? Where else would Bill go? Really? You think Atlanta?
Yeah. I just don't like. From a storyline standpoint, him and Dallas would be incredible. Incredible.
Oh, it would be perfect.
But I don't think it would work at all.
Bill Belichick would be the one person who could save the Dallas Cowboys. That's the one person.
But now that we have it out of the way, Jordan Love was fucking incredible yesterday. I mean, he was. He was. He was dealing from the jump, man. Like, he had an amazing game. Amazing.
I'm giving the credit to Matt LaFleur for multiple reasons.
He deserves credit, too.
I'm giving Matt LaFleur a shitload of credit. I
agree with that, too.
And Matt LaFleur is a great coach. That's the credit that I'm going to give. Jordan Love, I'll never talk about him until the day he retires. He's a scumbag. He sucks. He's a cheater. He uses steroids. He should be in jail. He's done multiple crimes. Matt LaFleur deserves his flowers. He's a pretty good coach. I hate when he goes on the sidelines and like does his little like wave. I think that's really weird and just cringe, but
I do agree that Matt LaFleur, I've been talking about that for the last month or so about LaFleur. I mean, I'm all for that. He's done an amazing job over there. And we talked about it in September about how this was a year for him to prove that he wasn't just carried by Rodgers, that he was there. He was a legit coach, and he has proven that in a way that exceeded everyone's expectations. So, yeah, even if you don't want to give credit to Jordan Love, there's no possible way you couldn't give at least some love to LaFleur. And I can't believe I'm allowed to do this. But you know who I'm going to give some credit to? Joe Barry.
Yeah, their defense is playing some good ball.
Yeah.
They were.
Hey, they didn't look great at the end, but, I mean, hey, that defense had a plan. They were there. But with Dallas, it felt very similar to what the Ravens did in 19, where they just were just flat. They came out flat.
But you see, the first couple plays, I'm like, damn, dude, that defense looked like they had energy, and then everything just went out the window. Directly after I said that to myself, I was sitting there yesterday by myself watching the game, and everything went out the window after I said that to myself.
I mean, they just played terribly.
They did.
Horrible.
They did. And now the Packers have to go and play the 49ers.
Yeah, well.
In San Francisco.
Listen. Oh, my God. I just remembered something. All right. I have an order of business I need to take care of that I just remembered. Because, as you know, I coach basketball. And we had a game on Friday.
Okay.
And on the other team, we made a little deal. This kid on the other team, he said, if the Packers win, I need a shout out. So, Noah and Noah from the Key School. Double Noah. There you go. There's your deal. I completely forgot. There it is. There's your shout out. Congrats to the Packers. But I'm lucky I remember that. I just randomly popped my head. But
I do have one more thing to say about the Packers.
Go ahead.
Hold on 1 second. What the fuck? Hold on 1 second. My computer's fucking tweaking. What the fuck?
What's going on?
What the hell?
Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Okay, we're not watching all 10 minutes of this. We're not watching 10 minutes of this, and this has nothing to do with the Green Bay Packers. He's not even your quarterback yet. That said, some of these highlights. I'm gonna let it play for a little while because his highlights are fun, man. But I mean, he's a dog. Why is this the play that you keep going back to? There's a million others.
I'm back. Okay. I said that. Today we have
more games to talk about though. We got 2 more games. We haven't talked about Saturday yet.
Saturday. Oh yeah, that's right.
With Houston and Cleveland, and then we haven't talked about
Cleveland. What the fuck,
Dolphins and Chiefs.
dude?
Yeah,
Cleveland,
hey,
fuck.
Cleveland.
You're happy
Let's
about
go.
it. I mean, I don't really care too much. It's just
I love it.
Just what
Cleveland
the fuck?
Browns, man.
Dude, the
All
Browns?
year. All year. I'm hearing the defense is way better than the Ravens defense. Way better than the Ravens defense. So clearly the best defense in the NFL this year. No. You are a great defense, but yet no. That because the Ravens defense is not surrounded 45 points. They're not. They're not.
that was unbelievable.
CJ Stroud was incredible, man. He's a superstar, and they're coming here because Buffalo's winning. So
That was
Houston's coming here next Saturday afternoon at 4:30.
that's dude. I don't even know what to say because the Browns, their defense is so good at home, and then they just suck on the road. That's one of the biggest traits of the Browns this season, which it showed, obviously. They were fucking horrendous against them. But it's such a weird spot to be in because I'm really happy with CJ Stroud, but also my friends who are Texans fans are assholes. So I'm really rooting against them at the same time. But it's just CJ Stroud versus Lamar Jackson is going to be very fun.
It's gonna be a great game. I have faith that we will win. I am very confident that we will beat them. I am not confident that it will be a blowout. In no way. I'm not going to say that. I think it's going to be a fight. I think it's going to be a game the Ravens are going to have to earn. I have faith that they will earn it. I have faith that they will take care of business at the end of the day and win. But I am not going to come in here on Saturday and say that I'm expecting a blowout, dominating win. No.
Yeah.
I do not think that.
Dude,
Is it possible? Sure. We put 56 on the Dolphins' head. Sure, it's possible. I'm not going to come out here and outright predict that. They've earned it.
Miami Dolphins. Oh my God. I have a story about watching the Dolphins Chiefs game. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at the local Buffalo Wild Wings with some of my pals watching this game, right? And, we're sitting there, we're all having a good time. I had Chiefs -4.5, and obviously that was looking good. It's around like the third quarter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just on my phone, and I go into the command center, right? Just like command center. And I accidentally clicked the screen mirroring.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, Roku TV is the only thing on there. And obviously,
oh no,
the game was on Peacock. So the only way that you could watch it on Peacock was through a Roku stick, right? So at first, I didn't think that it was that TV, right? So all of a sudden, I fucking clicked the button. I clicked the Roku button, thinking it was some different TV.
Was it not on the TV?
No, the Chiefs game was on basically every single TV in B-dubs. Josh, I clicked that fucking button. All the TVs go black. Every single one in the middle of the third quarter. And it says, because my dad's name is Greg, it says Gregory's iPhone, and then it has the code on there to connect. And the whole fucking restaurant is going, Gregory, what are you doing? Oh my God. I almost pissed my pants. I was laughing so hard. People knew that it was us because we all start fucking dying, man. They knew it was us, but the workers start walking around the Buffalo Wild Wings, like looking for the person who did it. You know, they could have came up and asked me. I'm like, my name's Connor, not Greg. It was not me. So
Yeah.
then I dial up a plan. In the whole fourth quarter, like I'm watching the game, but at the same time, we're scheming. Like right when that clock hits 0 at the end of the fourth quarter, we need to fucking play something on there immediately. So we were thinking because we couldn't play anything too inappropriate, obviously, you know. But this restaurant, this is the most packed I've seen B-dubs in years. Years. And right when it hit fucking 0, I pulled up Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare on my phone and I fucking played it on every single TV in the local Buffalo Wild Wings. It was the funniest.
Did the people in the restaurant find it funny or no?
So actually,
what was the reaction in the restaurant?
with like 2 minutes left in the game, there was this huge table next to us. We were sitting in a booth, huge table next to us. And a group of kids, you know, they seem like they're into anime and, you know, like video games and stuff like that. They sat down, and right when that happened, they all start going, yeah, dude. It was so they maybe played for 5 seconds and then they turned it off right away and they switched it off. They just turned off the TVs.
You're right.
And then we went home. But yeah, I thought that was a good story about that.
That is a good story.
So now every time I go to Buffalo Wild Wings, I'm connecting to their TVs almost every single time.
Yeah, and now you've put on the internet that it is you. So they
if my local Buffalo Wild Wings finds out they can ban me, that's okay. That is perfectly fine. I will go somewhere else. Oh, it's so awesome. But yeah, speaking of the Chief game, nothing much. What I expected.
Yeah.
What I
Kansas City
expected.
took care of business. I'll say this about Taylor Swift is fucking diabolical. That jacket.
Dude, swag. You know who's the one who brought swag surfing to the NFL?
Oh no, I thought you were gonna mention the jacket.
Well, it's been
former Raven.
Oh, that jacket
former
was
Raven
raw.
Kyle Juszczyk's wife. Shout out.
That jacket was raw as hell.
Yeah,
it was.
Anyway, keep going.
You know who was the big swag surfing guy, right?
I saw it on the Chiefs TikTok, but I'm forgetting who it was.
Matt Nagy.
Was it really?
You know how the Bears started doing club dub? Whenever they win, how it's like they turn the locker room into a nightclub, basically.
That was him.
The video that had like the most views, like the NFL was posting it everywhere, was when they won the division and they played swag surfing in the locker room and everyone was doing it. And then they started posting, and then they started playing it during the games after that. They started doing everything. It's crazy, dude. Matt Nagy, you know, I will say he's a terrible head coach. Terrible head coach. But he did bring a good energy to that team. He brought a damn good energy when he came. But I don't know, dude. Taylor Swift. Did you see G-Fed's TikTok?
Speaking of which, actually, I want to talk about that real quick. Because, like, I feel like people are getting mad at Taylor Swift.
Josh, it's this simple. It's this simple. Listen, Josh, I know exactly what you're going to say, and I'm sorry for cutting you off, but it's this simple. Taylor Swift at football game, boo. Eminem at football game, awesome, amazing. Right. Even though it's the same.
It's the exact same thing. Yeah. To me, people are mad at it for the sake of being mad at it. It's really that simple.
Yeah, because it's
done nothing wrong. Everyone who's been at any of these games loves her. Like, it's not like she's going here and saying, "Put the camera on me, please. Hey, everybody." No, it's not what's going on. Like that's not at all what is happening. Like,
just womp womp, dude. That's all you say to people. Just womp womp, cry about it. Who cares? I hate Taylor Swift. I don't even like Taylor Swift at all. I don't like her music, but I could give a shit less. It happens.
Yeah, like it's not a big deal at all.
It happens, dude. Dude, I could totally see like some like 50-year-old men sitting in their living room, like throwing beers at their TV whenever they show Taylor Swift. God damn it, they keep showing her on my TV.
Apparently, Tony Dungy does the same thing.
Yeah, I guess, dude. I guess fucking everybody does. I don't know, Josh. It's been a wild weekend. It has been something.
But only one good game.
Only one good fucking game.
Which, by the way, I'm not surprised about.
They all suck.
Well, the Lions game is great.
Well, you know, I think that tonight, not the fucking Steelers-Bills game. I think that tonight is going to be a good game because it's going to be bad football on both sides.
The Lions-Rams game, though, was such a perfect example
Perfect.
of what
Perfect.
playoff football is.
Oh, it was
that
perfect.
was two very good teams playing great football,
No, it was.
and just like the Rams lost, but played great football, gave them a hell of a fight. That is what playoff football is all about. That game. And
Yeah,
I expect
was
starting
the
next
only
week,
good game.
we're going to get some good games, really good games.
We better. I mean, next week, I don't even know, like, off the top of my head. I mean, today, what do you think is going to happen in this Bills Steelers game? Not bringing in, that you hate the Steelers. What do you actually
no,
think?
legitimately.
Yeah,
So here's the
like,
Steeler magic, the Steeler bullshit.
it's done. It's done, right?
It should be. There is, like, legitimately, there is nothing that I can look at and say that, okay, this is where Pittsburgh might have an edge. I can't.
Well, I agree 100%. I agree.
I'm trying to figure out why it wouldn't be a blowout.
You see, Josh, this is how I relate it to you. Let's say that somehow the Steelers go in there and they look good and they beat the fucking Bills today. That would be the same situation that I was in yesterday. The same ordeal. The same fucking situation. You would get killed. You would get killed on the internet if the Steelers somehow win this game.
But you know what happens, though? My entire retaliation is that, all right, cool. They're coming here on Sunday night.
Yeah, that is true, because you don't suck either, like we do. Fuck.
Yeah, all that means is all that would mean is that they get to come here on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Now, if they won that game.
Can we also talk about the Texans? How the only time that they should be allowed to play a playoff game is on Saturday at 3:30.
Clearly, that's what it is.
Dude, that's the only time that they play, ever. Well, anytime the Texans have made the playoffs, it's always Saturday at 3:30. And it's perfect. It's good. They bring some good football. Also, what do you think about this take that I have?
Let's hear it.
You know how the NFC and AFC championship are like right after each other?
Yeah, AFC is first this year.
Yeah, AFC's first. Why don't they do AFC on Saturday night, NFC on Sunday night? Is it like a one-day difference in between the fucking Super Bowl that really matters? I think that would be better, honestly. Space it out more. What do you think about that?
I don't hate that. That's one of those takes where it's like, I don't hate that, but I'm not going to, like, necessarily agree or disagree.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I see your point. I know the NFL wants to be like heading into the Super Bowl. No one has an extra advantage. Like that, I think is what it is.
True.
But like,
dude, I think that this Super Bowl might be the craziest Super Bowl yet. I'm not even talking about the game itself. There's already road closures in Vegas preparing for the Super Bowl. This is going to be the biggest weekend that Las Vegas will ever have. Ever.
Well, until they host another one.
Until they host another Super Bowl. Like, they had the whole F1 thing.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl is going to be triple the size of that.
And you know what? It's going to be the first of many times that this city is going to host a Super Bowl.
100%. Agreed.
And yeah, I think the entire sports world is excited for it because the city of Las Vegas over the last like 2 decades has completely changed.
I mean, it's still a degenerate ass city where you literally go there to gamble, go to the clubs, and do shit like that.
That's not the only thing in the city anymore.
It's not the only thing anymore.
Yeah.
Plus, there's also there's a lot of other things to do in Vegas. There's a lot of shows. There's a shitload. There are tourist attractions every step you take.
Everywhere.
I've
it's
never
even been entertainment capital of the world.
Yeah, I've never even been to Vegas, and I really want to go. I mean, obviously, I'd wait till I'm 21 to go to Vegas. That would be dumb to go before then. But
it's just
and boxing. Well, they did always have boxing too. I will give them that. Like,
that's
boxing,
true, but this is the Super Bowl.
This is the Super Bowl. This is the biggest sporting event in America.
In the world.
No, World Cup.
For a one-day event?
Oh, yeah. For a one-day event, sure. Yeah.
Oh, the World Cup as an event is bigger. The Olympics as an event is bigger. But Super Bowl Sunday is the biggest day.
Yeah.
in sports worldwide.
I'm hyped for the Olympics too. The Olympics are actually, I love watching the Olympics every
Yeah, me
once in a
too.
while. Yeah. But
You wanna know something
let's
really
talk.
funny? Michael
What?
was trying to get us credentials for the Olympics in Paris. And because of that, he has been learning French. He was learning French on Duolingo, thinking that we were going to get credentialed. We never did, but that's the whole reason why he's learned. That's the whole reason why he's learned French, is because he thought we were going to get
Oh,
approved.
that's such a
he's
Michael
been learning
thing. That's such a
French
Michael thing.
on Duolingo. Also,
That kid,
you want
I give him props. I give Michael a lot of props because he does try and go to every single event he can.
yeah,
But that is such a Michael Mursky thing to do.
you're gonna love this clip that Michael found. This is Michael calling when he in 2020, early 2020. This is 2019 season. This is before the next network. Him calling the end of that Bills Texans wild card game that went to overtime a few
I
years
remember.
back.
Yep.
This is incredible.
Man.
Made no sense. But Watson lines up empty backfield here on 2nd and 6. Bills look like they're rushing. They're going to bring it all. Here comes the pressure. Oh, my God. Watson gets out of another sack. He throws it down, checks it down to his man, Tawan Jones. Tawan Jones, a burst of speed. Tawan Jones past the 10-yard line. Are you kidding me? The former Bill just got revenge. Tawan Jones. First down inside the 10-yard line. Wow!
Dude, that scoreboard thing is pretty cool. Oh, he's changing it right now.
Running back
That was Sportscaster. That wasn't him. That was the old website we used to use.
Was with the Bills from 17
Dude, he
to 19.
looks literally
got
like
cut, got signed, and here he is.
Stop! I'm the
We are off
broadcast.
the rails, ladies and gentlemen. We are off the rails on the
I'm
next
not.
network.
Family. I don't know. Berman, slap My brother's the crazy one today. Jeez.
that's awesome. Okay, that clip is pretty fucking cool.
I love it.
Oh man. All right, let's get into these two games today, and then I should probably get off here in like 10 minutes because I got.
We've already got both of our picks.
I gotta unpack all my bullshit.
Speaking of picks,
starts.
You, Michael, and the fans, 1-3. Josh Berman, 3-1.
It sucks so much that my picks are bad because my bets have been really good. They've been really good. Besides the Cowboys game. Besides the Cowboys game and the fucking what was the other game that I'm fucking blanking out on? Not the Chiefs game, the Texans game. Besides the Cowboys and the Texans game, I've been absolutely on one, bro. I've been fucking on one, and I'm so mad about it because, like, literally last night I had the Rams, and of course I bet the Rams plus 3.5. I didn't even touch their money line because I knew that was going to be a close game, and then they cover, and it sucks. That's all I got, Josh. That's all I really got.
But
so today, what do you think, Joshua?
I want to see Pittsburgh lose. Don't get me wrong, obviously, but I don't want to watch a blowout. So I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to figure out how at least Pittsburgh can keep it close, so we just don't sit and watch a blowout. Even with the Packer game, of course you want to see Green Bay lose, and them getting destroyed would be awesome for you. But that also would mean that you have to sit and watch a blowout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing. I would love to see Pittsburgh get destroyed. Love Pittsburgh to get destroyed. But I want to see at least for a quarter, a competitive game.
Dude, I literally think that it's going to be 23-10 Bills. I think it's just going to be low scoring 23-10 Bills, somewhere around there. I got the Bills minus 9.5 and the under. I picked Philly on here, I believe, right? Did I pick Philly or
you did. I picked Tampa.
I'm fucking clueless. I'm fucking clueless on the game tonight. It's going to be literally a game time decision right before the fucking game who I'm betting on because I don't know.
AJ Brown is out. So
That still doesn't help my point. That just makes it even worse. Fuck, I don't know, dude. That game is going to be so rough.
But with Pittsburgh, if that run game gets going, that's what it is. That's the way. Because their run game, Najee Harris has, because people kind of gave up on him. Najee's been on one the last month or so, like really on.
Najee has, bro. He's been a fucking dog. I can't believe
Warren's been great all year. So
since
if the
week
run
like 6
game
or 7, I think it is, dude. He's second in the league in rushing yards.
Say it again.
Since like week 6 or 7, I believe he's second in the league in rushing yards.
Yeah, he's been on one for.
He's been crazy.
And then Jalen Warren's been great all year.
Yeah, Jalen Warren has been, dude. He's been a fucking dog.
I don't have any faith whatsoever. If they have to go, that's the whole thing. If Pittsburgh wins, they need to be in control the whole game because Mason Rudolph is not going to help them come back.
Mm-hmm.
They either get destroyed or it stays close throughout and gives themselves a chance at the end because of that run game.
For sure.
If they have to go pass heavy, they're going to get destroyed.
No, agreed. Plus that fucking weather conditions is brutal there.
Tonight, it is. I'm picking Tampa, but listen, if it, to me, it's all about whether or not they can get the other guys involved. If they can get a 60-yard game out of Julio Jones or a 70-yard game out of Julio Jones, that is their key. If they can do that, or Quez Watkins, no, he's out for the year. Zacchaeus is the other one. If they can get one of those guys going, then maybe they can win. But if they don't, I don't have any faith in the Eagles. I really don't.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. You want to wrap up?
Yeah, I got to go and fucking unpack and do a bunch of bullshit. So
there you go. This is a fun episode. This is a good episode.
No, this was a shorter episode, but I had a lot of fun. Wednesday, we'll have the full recap of all the fucking playoff games and everything. Wednesday, 2:00. And then Friday, we get into divisional round weekend. Only three more.
Is the best weekend of the year.
You really think divisional?
Absolutely.
I think the best weekend in sports of the year is 100% March Madness round 1.
Oh, I'm talking about
the NFL. I honestly think that it might be week 1. You start off with a good Thursday night game, and then you have a full slate of Sunday games, or like a random slate in like December, because you have Saturday football too.
But the divisional round almost
Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Man. I mean, you almost always.
Oh yeah, it never does.
Those 4 matchups usually almost always produce 3, if not all 4, great games.
True. That is true. I'm excited. But yeah. All right. Thank you guys for joining. I do appreciate it. So is Josh as well.
Yeah,
and we'll see you guys here on Wednesday. Enjoy the games today, fellas.
Yeah, should be fun. Go Ravens.